Well, hello guys. Well, I'm sort of back, but that's about the extent of it. This is my fourth week since my accident, and I am really tired of that recliner and watching TV. So I finally made it out here today. Got a pretty bad limp, but I'm going to make it. I can't do any turning because I can't stand that long at a time. But I figured I could come out here and maybe wrap this one up that I videoed before my accident, and take a couple pictures, and at least I can sit down and edit. So maybe I can get this one edited and published. This is a walnut bowl, and what it's got is it's got a gold inlay right here, and it got some gold in my sealer and my epoxy in here. And I think it turned out good. I didn't finish buffing it because, well, that's about where my accident happened. So I don't have it quite as shiny as I wanted. But, that's just going to have to do. So I'm going to take a few pictures of it. I guess it's done moving because it's been 4 weeks sitting in here by itself, all lonesome. But I got my logo in the bottom right there, see? So I got that much done. I did come out here for a couple hours one day, helped a friend do a little laser work, and trust me, I paid for it too. Sort of like one day out here and two days backwards. So that's the way it is, And that's just the way, the way crap happens, right? So take a few pictures of this up close and personal, and I'll finish editing that video. Probably won't be another one for quite a while. All right, I still ain't been able to think of nothing unique to do, so I've been piddling around in my office here, looking for something. Maybe a light bulb would come on. And anyway, so I went ahead and I saw this piece of walnut in there, and it was about like so, but it had this big old crack in it. So I cut it off and put this faceplate on it. I started put that screw in it right there, and it just went in. So I got me a punky area between here and here, and I am not real sure how far it goes down. You see, it sort of runs right into here, and I put a little CA in here, but quite frankly, I don't think it does much good at this juncture. I mean, maybe they'll follow it down or something. I don't know. So I'm going to have to be careful when I start whirling this up to make sure this whole section doesn't pop off on me. I'm just going to make it just a common bowl there after I get this ugly sapwood off. So we just have to see what we got. I mean, I love walnut. Walnut makes beautiful bowls, but that's what's happening to my wood out here. I've got my tractor shed cleaned out, but I just got to wait till cooler weather. I keep working on 100-degree weather. Not the man I used to be, that's for sure. So let me get this on the lathe and get a live center up and get my beaver all ready, and we'll start whirling. What do you say? All right, this is a little bit out of balance. Well, actually, it's quite a bit out of balance. And maybe not so bad. But it shouldn't take long. I'm going to start on these two corners, bring them down even with that. But it shouldn't take too long to bring it into balance. I got about 800. I think I'll halt right there for the time being. tenon on this thing real fast. Right? Very good. Okay. Yeah, still got some 80 grit sanding works in here. We'll see. See if I see them tomorrow after this dries. If I do, I will just have to sand them out. Plenty of it on there so it'll soak in. Get there tomorrow. I am done for today. Well, hello. Well, I'm not into this too awful much. I don't know why, just one of those days. But, you know, there's a couple of things I don't like about this bowl. And it always happens. Normally they sand out. You see that CA right there? And here, and here, and here. I'm going to try to sand it a little deeper and get most of that out. And then what I'm going to do, because it's got, you know, some mean grain and some big cracks here and there. Like there's one, I'm going to take and mix up some of my sealer with a little bit of the super fine filler and maybe some copper powder or something, and I'm going to make a slurry and really, you know, work it all in there real good. And let it sit for a few hours and then come back and sand it again. And I'm thinking that, you know, all these little voids in here, right here, where worst, right in this area, right in here. I'm hoping it'll fill them a little bit, and then we can sand it and get a really super smooth finish. Because I like a high gloss, and you're not going to get a high gloss if you don't have a super smooth base under it. I mean, that's just the way it works. So let me see. I've got some 80 on here. See if I can get some of that out. I've already got a coat of sealer on it, but it don't matter. It don't matter. That's what they make more of it for. All right, I think I've gathered everything up. So I'm going to take a little bit of my sealer, pour it into this cup. That might ought to be enough. Now this is that super fine crack fixer, I call it. It comes off it's the scrapings on the inside of a bag of a dust collector. So it's got all kinds of good stuff in it. But it really works good for this. You can see how fine it is. I need to make some more. I think that's all I got. So I'm going to get this all mixed up really good. Best I can anyway. Need a little more of this in it. Okay, that looks pretty good. So not quite as thick as I wanted, but I think it'll work all right. And I don't even know what this stuff is. I don't like it. I'm going to go get something different. This one looks too pink. I'm going to go ahead and put some copper in, and a lot of it. Out of my way. See what that looks like now. Oh yeah, I like that. I've done that before and that ain't no fun. So we're going to take and saturate a place like that right there. And we're going to come in here. Add some of this to it. And rub it in, rub it in, rub it in, rub it in. Get all those little places still. I guess that's probably all we're going to do today. Well, it's got me thinking that my dust collector needed cleaning, so I did it. And here's what I got right here. I got 2 bags of super fine crack fixer. Lasts me a long time, and that is so super fine. Comes off the inside of your cloth bag, you know, the stuff that won't go through it, but almost will. So there you are. So I'll probably be using some more of that. See you later. Start sanding this rascal. It is dry, dry, dry. I mean, this Minwax sanding sealer, it developed a few cracks in here overnight. I may have to hit that again with some more slurry. I got some over there. So we just have to see what it looks like. I think right in here is where the pith was. And anytime you're anywhere near a pith, you just, you know, it's an automatic. It's almost an automatic to get cracks. Walnut is really bad about it. Walnut is bad about moving. And then when it gets real dry, it's bad about splitting. So it's sort of a different animal you have to play with. So anyway, let me get all my stuff together, and we will see if we can't sand some of this. See what it looks like. Get my lathe turned on. Now, I just cleaned this dust collector yesterday, as you saw. Yep, it still works. Let's see how bad. It don't look like it moved too bad, does it? So I usually start this still, you know, and think about one of these is, especially something like 80 grit. I mean, they'll take this wood down in a heartbeat, so you've got to keep it moving. If you don't, you'll get flat spots. So when you're sanding, you best be moving all the time. Let me turn on this, because this stuff's going to get some dust out now. And I ain't into breathing. Here we go, a little noise, please. I believe this thing's sucking better today. What did you say? That's one reason it's noisy, because it's pulling a lot of air. There we go. Before I continue, I'm going to go ahead and fix those cracks that developed last night. And you rub them right in here. And right there needs a little something, don't it? That 180 will get rid of most of that. But I wanted to get these right here. I'll use a heat gun to dry that because I don't want to wait around another day. Oh yeah, it's still good. Okay, a little bit more right here. A little bit more right in there. See that micro powder in there shining? Well, now that I got it warm, I'm going to have to give it a moment or two on its own. So I'll be back in a few. Back over here. This is some 4-aught steel wool just for bruise. get it. Ooh, Betsy. Oh, it's picking up pretty good, isn't it? I mean, that's just sand in there. I got a few places there, I guess they would be pretty good. Okay, let's get some food on it. Wait, let me finish going around here first. And I think the seal will take care of that. I can see a little bit grit squirrely right there. But I think the seal will take care of that. If it doesn't, I'll get that sanded down. So let's try some of this men wax sanding seal. Yeah. See what we got going here. These little brown spots now, they got that micro powder in, they're gonna look pretty good. When you get all polished up here. Soaking up pretty good, and I like to take a paper towel and just sort of work it in like this, see. All right, get that set, man, we'll do it again. Okay, it's got one coat of sealer on it after the slurry. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here with all steel wool and then 4-aught, and I'm going to put another coat on it and do the same thing, and then we'll be about ready to flip it around. I'm not going to shine this up with axe or nothing like that until I get it about ready, because I can do the outside at the same time I can do the inside, so there's no sense in wasting all the time here, but I do want to get it nice and smooth while I got it here. I'm going to go ahead and hit this with a little bit of scotchbite pad just for grins. Okay. All right, look here. That's nothing to see. When I put the faceplate on, this area right in here was punky, so I put an extra long screw in it. And maybe I shouldn't have done that because it hit the good wood and twisted off way down in there. First time that's happened, and I don't even know when. And you know, I really should have showed you guys how to get them out. But, you know, I just got to getting it out and didn't even think about it. But the way I do it is I just take the drill with a bigger drill bit and I drill down, you know, about 4 or 5 sides of the screwed off one, broke off one, and cleaned it out with a small chisel, and then a little bitty pair of vice grips and get on and twist it out. There's actually nothing to it. People make a big deal of it, but it ain't nothing to it. So anyway, here's the deal. I'm going to take this, some people call it a detail finisher, I just call it a diamond tool. I'm going to put me a groove in here, all about a 1/2 inch deep. And this is going to be my lip of the bowl, and I'm going to fill that with gold epoxy when I get that far, but I thought I'd go ahead and do that before I start to, you know, hollowing it out. But I am going to go ahead and move my live center up here. Anytime I first start, well, after I flip one around, I do that for a while. It's a very good habit to get into, because you just never know. You never know when that tenon may decide to let go. I've had them let go before, Walnut's really bad about that, especially if it's dry. Mortises or recesses are terrible about it. But I've had it happen on tenons too. See how easy that was? This little tool, I don't use it enough. I mean, it's really good for something like that. Sometimes I don't drill a hole, but it's just easier. You should hold on to this when you bring it back. You can sort of see how that's clinging right there. I mean, it's clinging like that tells you it's moisture. You get lucky that time. There you go. 296, that'll have to do. Take it easy. Find his groove. Got a little safety rod in there for a little while. That's my just in case wet. My just in case safety rod. I think I'll go ahead and get that out of the way first. After I find my face shoe. Important to seal this groove. I put epoxy in it and I don't want a bunch of bubbles coming up. All right, tomorrow. Well, this is a new one for you. This is an air drill. Back when I used to build airplanes, I drilled 10,000 holes to put rivets in, and I have a couple of these, wore out a couple of them. But they're, They're sort of variable speed, but you gotta, but they'll get in there like that and like that, so we'll see what happens here. I'm not sure exactly how I want to do it, but I do know I want to use this. All right, I'm getting ready to do this. First thing you got to do is you got to make sure it's absolutely level, which I've already done. Had to put a little piece of sandpaper under one side, and so that's absolutely perfect. Get that out of my way. Let's see. You got to get all your crap together. So you got to have stirring sticks. You got to have containers. I've already started. That's for my leftover because I always mix too much. You got to have your torch to pop it in, and of course you got to have your resin. Now I'm going to use Towboat tabletop epoxy. Now there's a method to my madness here. I don't want to have to put it in the pressure pot. And tabletop epoxy is pretty much self-gassing, which means the bubbles rise to the top. That's why you need the torch, so you can pop them when they rise to the top. But if you put it in a pressure pot, and maybe I don't have this sealed real good, I'll lose my resin down into the wood, and I don't want to do that. I want this to be gold, but boy, that is all the gold I got. So I'm going to do that. Let me see what I want to do first. I want to start mixing. Let's see, find my scale here. This is a 1-to-1 mix. Oops, already done it. I knew I would. See there, I told you, didn't I? That's why I got a paper towel. Oh, come on now, don't make a mess. Well, I guess that's what they make sandpaper for. Could coat the inside, couldn't I? Give me a brush and just coat the inside. Ain't too bad of an idea, I got a lot left. Okay, let's do it. All right, I reckon I'll see you tomorrow. That's how I get rid of my nub right here. Well, that's it, guys. That's about all I videoed. I didn't video the lasering on the bottom. I don't know why now. That's been 5 weeks ago. Sometimes I do good remember yesterday. I'm on the mend. Doc said, 4 to 6 weeks. This is the 5th week. And I got a feeling that I'm going to be looking at 6 to 8 weeks. Because I can't stand on this foot very long at all. And it really starts to hurt. It was if you want to look it up, it was a grade 2 sprain, which means it had torn ligaments. And they take a long time to heal. Anyway, there it is. I will make more videos as soon as I can. But I will be back, so in the meantime, you guys call your mama on a regular basis, okay? Subscribe, and don't give up on me. I'll be back. Take care of yourselves. Bye.